this volume has to be low, right?
You're live, man. What is up?
Whoa. Hold on. This is unscripted, buddy. Sometimes we can have a little bit of a rough start. What's going on, Tampa Bay? Excited to be joining you on another Friday, the Power Hour Lunch Real Estate Show by Dealmakers TV. And we're just excited, James. How you doing today, buddy?
Great, man. Great. It's Friday. We got a soccer tournament this weekend. We'll be in Lakewood Ranch all weekend.
Nice.
Spending every single second I have away from work at the soccer field.
Incredible.
Just
you know what? Let's pause real quick. What is one of the reasons that you can stop everything and be there all weekend with your kids?
Yeah, I mean, obviously what we've built here, right?
Financial freedom, buddy.
Your business, your real estate business. That's why I got into it 15 years ago, however long ago it was.
Amen. We buy back our time every day.
I was actually have an interesting story.
Okay.
I was just telling my kids this. So when we were moving from Michigan to Florida, I went to put in it was like November 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I went in to put in my 2-week notice. I'd been at I worked tool and die. We built car parts, right? Big dies that stamped out car parts. And so I'd been there for like 12 years. And I worked my way from the shop floor up to the office. I was designing. I was project manager, had a lot of responsibilities, roles. And Scott, my ex-boss, you see this, man, I still love you. So I was telling my boys this the other day, but when I went to put my 2 weeks notice in, like the auto industry had crashed, right? 2008.
Oh yeah. All these factories were shutting down, right?
We were lucky to have jobs, right? And so no raises, nothing like that. Like we were lucky to be working. And we decided that we were going to move to Florida. And so my wife got her nursing degree in Michigan for Florida. I got my real estate license in Michigan for Florida as we planned to make the trip. And so I went in and told my boss, I'm like, hey man, we're going to move to Florida, put in my 2-week notice. And he was like, Florida. He's like, listen, I know I've been giving you a raise in a long time. Like, what is $5 more an hour? So I was making $19 an hour, working 55 hours a week. So he's like, what does $5 more an hour sound? And what about a $500 a week bonus, whether you work or not? So like, it took me wanting to leave to like to understand what my time was worth. And I'm like, that's a great offer. He's like, obviously I have to consult with my, his brother was there, 2 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I have to still consult with him, just to verify and this and that. And I'm like, well, let me think about it. Obviously I have to talk to my wife. And I had a conversation with my father-in-law, who's been an entrepreneur his whole life, painting business, Amway, like he's, and I had a conversation with him that night. And his words to me were, James, I've always created my own security so I didn't have to count on anybody else to feed my family. He goes, and what happens if that job, because we were, the auto industry was tanking. What happens if that job closes shop in 3 months?
Goes away.
Who cares what your bonus is? And that's, I'm like, you're absolutely right. So the thought of building a business, working for myself, getting in real estate, following my passion, doing what I knew that I was kind of meant to do and not, punch a clock 55 hours a week. I'm like, yep, let's go. And so we packed up shop, and 15 years later,
here you are.
Sitting here with you.
Yeah, buddy. No, listen, around that same time frame, I think I've told you this. I don't know if we've told the audience, but around 2008, 2007, 2008, with the mortgage crisis, my mortgage business at that time had gone under. And we were still struggling to try to stay afloat. 2009 comes around, and I'm like, dude, we're making no money. I'm putting all my money back into this business, to where I was like, I gotta go. I gotta shift back and do something. Coming from corporate, because before I started my mortgage company, I was with a bank. I was in the corporate atmosphere. I was like, okay, I've got a daughter on the way. He just found out I have a daughter coming. And I was like, okay, am I going to go back to corporate, which is the responsible thing for me to do? I've got a kid on the way. I'm going to go back and punch the clock. Well, luckily I had some great counsel around me. God bless me with some people that were like, dude, the market is going to get better. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? It's going to be great. We're going to be able to make money in real estate. I'm looking at the devastation. Like, we lost 50%.
Are you sure?
Sale property. I'm like, you're nuts. He's like, trust me, it is coming. We're going to be able to buy property so cheap.
Yeah.
And that's when I went in. I said, okay, I'm going to take this last little bit. I did a 1-year internship, not making any money, only learning how to wholesale and going to only eat from what I killed. But man, that taught me everything, buddy.
And it also taught
me everything.
Too.
Yeah.
Like real estate is cycles. Yeah. And when we're down, that's the best time for people like us.
Yeah, no, it taught me so much coming out of that recession, even going through that recession. It was hard. I'll tell you, there were some times that going through that where I was losing everything, seeing everything going around, and man, it drove me to the point where I was just wanted to like, I again give up and just go back and not be self-employed anymore, and just to something steady. It was a
Yeah.
rough time, man. It
Yeah.
was a rough time, but I'm glad that I powered through.
Well, speaking of that, we got a deal up on the board, man.
All right, is that what we're looking at here? Is that what everybody's seeing? They're not even seeing our faces, huh?
Yeah, we're all there.
All right. Here we go.
We're all there.
Nice. So this is a property. Yeah, let's get right into it. I mean, this is a property that I'm looking at acquiring. And so it got sent to me at a price of $260. And I wanted to underwrite this together, and let's determine if this is a deal that I should contract.
So you tell me, I'm gonna work the keyboard. You tell me what you want me to do.
All right. So let's get the comps on this.
Okay.
So let's go to a new search.
Okay.
The refresh. We're gonna do a quick search. We're gonna show you guys how we.
Do you want to hit market conditions?
Let's go residential, huh?
You want to hit market conditions to see quick, or you
No.
want
I want to do this from the full on. Let's just go and comp it real quick. Right. So let's go active, pending, sold.
How back do you want to go?
90
sold?
days.
Why do you want to go 90 days?
Because if I sell this in 90 days, I'll have 6 months back. What are our appraisers looking at? The comps of the last 6 months, right? So I want to look at active because I want to see what my competition is, make sure it's an area that there's not a whole lot of green. And we'll look at the colors now, but when I look at an area on the MLS that has a whole bunch of green, I'm staying away. That means there's a lot of active. Now, if there's a whole lot of green, that's not in the condition of what I'm going to leave our property in. It's again, it's a little give and take, because if there's a lot of competition within renovated properties, I stay away. But if I'm going to be the only one and other properties that are not renovated are close to the listing price that I would sell renovated, I've got a good shot of getting mine under contract pretty quick. So just a couple things we look at. Okay. And then I want to go lower and specify single family. I don't want to comp condos or townhomes or anything like that. Then we also want to go, this property that we're comping is 1,200 square feet. So we're going to do a 20% plus or minus. So we'll go 1,000 to 1,500, right? In square footage. So we want to keep it within the same range of our 1,200 square foot home. We can bump that up to 1,500 square feet. Okay. Yeah. And go, yeah, there we go. And then year built. I mean, this is 1923. We don't want to do anything older than 1975. Okay,
so 1975 less.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we also want to look at it's not new construction, no pool. So I think those are some good parameters. Let's go up to map search. We're going to go within half a mile. And let's put the address in.
Half a mile. We got 13.
So now let's look at the map view.
Ooh.
Oh, what do we got? Not a lot of sold.
So now, question for you: would you keep this as it's going over your expressway, or would you?
No. So that expressway is a divider.
Yeah.
For me. So I want to stay on the east side of the expressway, meaning that this one's on the east side, right?
Yep. So do you want to do something like this, or do you want to go more north?
We can incorporate. So what I like about this area is that you can take north and south there of Hillsboro, and you get some similar pricing. Now, if you go a little bit, you've got a divider though, like Hannah.
Okay.
Anything further than Hannah, you're getting into like some of the higher price per square foot homes we don't want to compare to.
So you want to go something like this?
Something like that. There you go.
All right. And then we'll get rid of this circle.
Yeah, delete that shape right there.
Okay.
All right. Now, let's kind of hover around and let's see what some of our competition's looking like. What's listed right now? Click on that one there. That's a 2-2, right? That one there.
Do you want to stay away from pools?
I do. Oh, yeah, that's what we meant to put. Right. No pools.
Get no pools. All right. I figured at 685 it probably had a sick pool.
Probably.
Okay, so you got a 379 active.
Let's take a look at that active one. What's it looking like? 1,320 square feet. Let's look at the photos on this one. It's been on the market for 131 days. Wow. Why? Why is this on the market for so long? Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
not fully updated. Clean. multiple floors. One of my biggest pet peeves, man. So it does need a little work, but
it needs some updating for sure. And that's all we can just see in the pictures. So it might need a new roof. It might have outdated electrical. Remember, it's in that year. What's the year on this one? The kitchen's dated
42.
So yeah, I mean, you're gonna need. You probably got some major upgrades on this house needed in order for it to qualify for conventional financing, right? Those 4-point issues. That could be the reason why this thing hasn't sold.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So that's a decent one to take a look at. What else is green? Let's see what else is green in a similar price point to what we think we would list at, 675. What's that 675 over there? Oh, buddy. Okay, that's a different property in itself.
It's a nice little bungalow, eh?
Oh man, look at that rehab. Let's see. I want to see the inside. Wow. Whoever did this one did a great job.
You're so full of crap.
This is one of our properties, okay? We had this one under contract, so we lost a few days. These buyers are just playing games. They didn't even give us a reason for bail-in. So we just went live again, back on the market. So we've got some activity. We know this one will go back on the contract. But this one has an ADU in the back too. So
all right, let's highlight it, man. Let's highlight. Let's get some screen time for it. So tell us about this property.
Yeah. Fantastic 3-2 bungalow with not an ADU. It can technically be an ADU in the back, but we've covered all the bases. We've done not only a full renovation of the cosmetics, but we've also got it to pass 4-point, some updated electrical and some plumbing, just the bare minimum of what was needed, because somebody before us had actually done a good job of updating all of these things. They updated the HVAC as well. And we just went in and just made it pretty, right? We made it look good.
Beautiful.
But we restored the windows. We love that old craftsman style window. So we had professional window company come out with the chains, everything locks. It looks great. And if you look at that picture right there, dude, this house had a shuffleboard. It was there already, and I did not want to get rid of it. We restored it, actually. Put some cool lights out there. Man, it is awesome.
Have you played on it?
Awesome. We haven't played it, but we bought the stuff for it, and we left it there. If you keep going, you'll see some of the pictures. See, this thing has an incredible backyard. Nice garage back there. You see that area is what I'm talking about. There's HVAC. There's electrical there, so somebody could easily, if they wanted to later on, make that an in-law suite. I'm not telling you what to do, but there's opportunities for that. But
a little short-term rental space, maybe.
Nice big backyard. We redid the sod. I mean, this is a really, really cool house. Big bungalow, big front porch.
Looks great, man. Looks great. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
What else we got here?
So you're already pretty familiar with this area in terms of comps, because
very familiar.
You have one going right now, right?
Yeah. So, but I want to keep dialing it in. I really want to see, what else is there. So now let's start looking at some sold comps.
All right. So we have a 285. That's probably not what you're looking for. A 245, a 380, a 335, a 515.
What's that 515? Not a bungalow.
Nope.
Block home. These get different pricing in Seminole Heights. Okay. So I'll put some love into it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Some updating. I think the floor maybe a little bit of an older style, but still nice.
All right. That's a little bit larger of a home as well, but we can use this potentially as a comp.
So that one.
So let's update the sheet with this one on 1602 East Henry.
Only 25 days on the market. That's nice.
Yeah.
So we have this template. This is actually built by me, I guess, and we give it to
you. Guess? What do you mean you guess? You built it, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, take credit for it. You did a good job.
Team to use. Obviously, Carlos has access to it. He's actually trained some agents with it too. That I'm still waiting for my royalty fee.
You'll get it when they close some deals, man. Don't worry about it. I got you.
So sold price, what was it? 515?
515, yeah.
And then beds. So this was a 3-2,
3-2.
1,500 square feet. 1496. Whoops. 1496. Year built. 62. Lot size. This microphone is in the way. 0.19. No pool. Miles from subject. I'm not going to worry about that because we've dialed in our map area, renovated. We're going to say sometimes,
Yes.
sometimes I say meh.
It was a meh.
Mid. Like yes,
Okay.
but not
a little meh renovation.
Not to the nines, right? So
And what was the sold square footage on this one?
we're at 344.25. And it just sold to 9 days, so I'm not worried about that. Okay.
All right, so there's one. What else we got? Let's see what else we've got there. That
Not a lot of sold.
Not a lot of sold, buddy. That's not looking good.
Pending.
I don't like that.
You have a 379 pending, a 300, a 315, a 289, a 365, a 400. This one's pending at 400.
Virtually staged.
If it is, they are violating MLS rules.
Why? Talk to us about
With
that.
virtually staging, you have to, after the virtually staged picture, put the actual picture right after it. It's an MLS rule. And you also have to put that it's virtually staged, which it's not listed. So there's a little box in the MLS you check. It says virtually staged, and then you are supposed to put the picture of the actual room right after the virtually staged picture.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Good to know.
I mean, ooh.
Yeah, another meh renovation, but
39 days on the market. So this one at its current, let's say if it went under contract at 400, it's going to close at 280. What was the other one? 344. So would you use this as a comp?
No, I mean, really, it's not in line with what we think the other one is. It's not a bungalow, you know, like they didn't leave it how the other one would be. But yeah, I mean, technically, I wouldn't use it yet because it hasn't closed yet. I don't know what the contract price is, so it's kind of false information, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then what I'll do is I'll go down a little bit more and let's see if we can widen out that search a little bit. Go all the way down to MLK. We're not going to go past MLK though.
Some more actives.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of active over here.
347, 258. That's not what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So now at this point of your search, do you continue on, or you just have to?
So now, so that's the thing, right? So like, even if you go back to my active listing, what is the square footage on that? And what do I have that listed at?
1,400 square feet.
Right. So what is my list price on that? Or my list price per square foot?
483.
We're at 483 because we're on that. This is a special property.
Oh,
it has a lot of different compensating factors, right?
Yeah, your ADU too. That's huge.
Right. So this other one doesn't have that. And it's a lot smaller of a square footage. So I can go and say, hey, if we leave ours and we maybe come off of the ADU and come off of some of these special features this has, I can try to justify a different price. But at the end of the day, this doesn't have those special features. So,
but also
I'm going to be hesitant.
The market has told you've already got an offer, right? A contract.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
They backed out for whatever reason.
Right.
But the market has told you that this is a desirable property at this price point.
Right. So now let's go back to the listing on Frierson. Let's take a look at that property and let's determine if we can make it look like this.
All right. So you got the nice big front porch.
Right.
Not as big as Miami.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to have the ADU or the potential.
Yeah, potential. It's a detached garage, but you know,
the potential additional square footage.
Now, what is cool about this property is that it can become a 3-2. There's room to convert and add a bathroom.
That's not terrible. Needs some love.
It needs love. It's got a lot of deferred maintenance. You're going to new full rewire, full plumbing, converting it over, new kitchen, new subfloors. There's some, it's pretty solid, but a little bit of areas that need some subfloor, insulation, all those things, right? So I'm putting the budget around 100, what was it, 102,000 for the renovation.
Well, this is interesting.
Yes, that's got to be ripped out.
Big yard.
Big yard. Decent yard. Yeah.
So whenever I see properties with fences like this, I always get a little nervous. I'm like, why did you have to fence your front yard?
Yeah. No, you still see some that are like that haven't been loved on, right? But a lot of them in the neighborhood, they take them off.
Yeah. I mean, is it a security issue?
So that's what I would do. I would take this off completely.
But like, do they put it on for a security issue? Like they're worried or, you know, I don't know.
Privacy. Listen, people want privacy in their homes, especially if there's a neighborhood like that where, you know, you've got people walking up and down the street, sometimes strollers and things, you know, it's privacy.
Yeah. Okay.
But
so what would you do?
So on this one, I'm going to go on the lower end. We really don't have a whole lot of comps. There's a lot of active that makes me nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Being that it doesn't have all the cool features to it. That other one, let's look at the one comp that we have sold for what? $345 a square foot?
Yeah. That was $515.
Very similar style home.
What's that one?
No, block.
It is block.
So not desirable like the bungalows that people look for there. So even if we went and said, okay, we're gonna get $350 or $345 a square foot like this one.
I know, Chris.
What would that put us at?
So if you got 345, it would put you this is going to be divided by 1. That's wrong. I'm just going to do it this way because usually it takes 3 comps to
average it out. Yeah.
So you're 344, 345 times your 1200. Let's just say 414.
Okay, so let's say 399. Okay. Put it a value of 399. Let's be conservative.
Okay.
What's my offer price on this with $100,000?
So your estimated rehab. We just threw in. Carlos went through the whole rehab.
Show them the scope real quick so they can see like how detailed we've got that. But you can go in here and it's already preset, and it'll tell you with the parameters of what the square footage is and the quantity of what you need per item. But we've listed drywall, we've listed framing, we've listed, this is something that we worked on together, me and James, to dial in these numbers. They're overinflated a little bit to what we normally get, but we want that, right? We want to underestimate the ARV, overestimate the renovations. The deal still works. Great. We've got more room for error.
Yep. So we threw this at 100. So we actually put it at 102, and then it puts in your 10% overage contingency. Yep. So it threw you at 110 less your 0.7. So I'll tell you this: investors are all different. Some are 0.7, 0.75, 0.85, or 0.8 of all in of your ARV. I firmly believe in Carlos's path of 0.7 because if you can't sell the property as a fix and flip and you have to pull your capital out, you cannot do it if you're at 0.8.
Nope.
And you have to pull your money out.
You're going to leave money trapped in.
Trap money into the deal.
Yeah.
So if you're at 0.7 and then you get a DSCR cash out refi loan, which Carlos can get you, at 0.7, they'll lend you 75%, 0.75. So that 5% is really your closing costs and all that stuff. It gets covered, right?
Yep. For the most part, at 75%, you can get almost all your capital out of it. And in some cases, I've been able to benefit on higher price homes and pull some cash out, right? And just remember that cash out that you pull when you leverage a property, it is not taxed. You can reinvest that money.
Tax-free capital.
Tax-free money.
All right. So we're going to say 400. Our estimate rehab is 110 times our 0.7 gets us to 169. So ultimately, you're looking at 169, and you're
that's $100,000 less than what? 260.
Okay. Well,
no bueno. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to counter back, and I'm going to say, hey, Mr. Wholesaler, you need to get and renegotiate this deal for a lower price because it does not work at the numbers that I'm potentially buying it at or I'm being offered to me at. So here's where I enjoy adding value. If this is a newer wholesaler that's bringing me this deal, then I can go over these numbers with them, show them why the property needs to be at a lower price. And then if they're not comfortable or if they need help or more guidance, talking to the listing agent that where they made this offer on, or even talking to the seller, I'll jump on the phone. I'm willing to jump on the phone. I can do that for James, any of our agents within our network. If you need my help to help talk to a seller to explain why our offer is legitimate, get me on the phone. I love doing that. And I'm adding value to your business, to your wholesale business, to your real estate business. And that's what I'll do. I'll offer this on this property and say, hey, it's not the right price. We need it for a lower price. Can I help you? Or if you got it, great. But do you need me to send you a full scope of work?
What did the wholesaler
you? Great.
What did the wholesaler say the ARV was?
$499. So now it's like, hey,
just comps from like a 12 months ago. Yeah.
Well, no, not 12 months. I think it's probably been 6 or 8 months.
That's a
different market we're in, man. Yeah. It's a different market we're in. So some of these wholesalers and some folks are still utilizing these other methods of comping. We don't. So again, more opportunities, not to just say, hey, I don't want it, but hey, where'd you come up with those numbers? Why did you come up with those numbers that way? Can I help you understand how investors that are knowledgeable, how they're pumping and what they're looking at? So
the other thing is
for all of us to learn and grow
and to add value. So you're adding value from the investor standpoint. I like to add a little bit of value from the listing agent perspective on this. So I thought about blasting names. I'm not going to do it. But for the listing agent on this property, when a wholesaler comes to you and locks up the property and really has no intent to close on it, they're just going to push it out. You have to be, first of all, cautious about that. But secondly, why didn't you take this property to investors before even putting it on the market? Like I have a lot of agents that will even come to me as a broker, say, hey, I have this listing. It's going to suck on the market. What do you think? Do you have anybody that can buy it? We'll work out the commissions and stuff into the deal. But instead of taking this to market, we have a database of thousands and thousands of investors. If Carlos doesn't want it, first of all, but we have a list of so many investors that we could potentially move this property without going through what they're doing, of putting it on the market, doing all the MLS stuff. And it's not. I
mean, you can still do that though, right? If you want credit for it.
Yes. Oh, we'll throw it in as sold. You can put it in as sold only. And you have to be careful with clear cooperation. And I get all of that. But you do get the one way that you can really work around the clear cooperation, you have to, with a listing agreement, you have to put it on the market within, I think it's 5 business days or whatever. You can get an exclusion and all that stuff. So I'm not going to go into clear cooperation. But however, if you have a contract on the property and not a listing agreement, now you have a vesting interest in the property, and now you can push it out to your list, right? It's different. It's a different strategy.
Different strategy.
Because NAR states listing agreement. I'm just getting blown up by this guy. But NAR, it's clear cooperation is a listing agreement. So there are different ways to structure deals to get things done outside of the realm. And we're not being unethical or anything like that. But to be honest with you, when you put properties like this in the MLS, how many lowball offers do you get, and all these terms offers and all these
blind offers, and
you get overwhelmed and inundated with. Most of it's garbage. Some of it might be good. Most of it's garbage. And so there are different strategies and different ways to do this that make more sense for your seller. Like we want to do our highest and best job for our sellers, right? As licensees, and that is a way to do your highest and best. Just a different strategy.
Absolutely, man. No, that's what it's all about. It's thinking outside the box. That's what I love that you do, James, for your agents, is you're educating them on how to think outside the box to make more money in a market like we are in today. It's like great. Yes, we might see some buyers coming back to the market, but are they really truly motivated? Are you going to drive someone around for to 30 different houses, and then they don't even pick one, and you're just wasting? Versus you can do a little bit of digging call a lead, get a listing, sell it to an investor, and within a couple of days, you just made the same commission that you would make over 30 days, 45 days, driving the buyer around, wasting gas.
Yeah.
It's thinking and working smarter as an agent in today's market. And that's what I'm really excited about, partnering up with you and being able to do these classes that are coming up. So this is a shout out to April 14th is our first one.
April 14th in Clearwater, 1:30 p.m. You sign
Agents, come out, learn. This is an incredible series where we're going to teach you what investors are looking for and how to work better with investors. James does this already for all of his agents now, and I love adding value and being part of these classes and things that we do internally. Well, guess what? We get to do it now for everyone. So
yeah,
learn this different strategy.
It's board sponsored, so it's through the board. You go to Suncoast Tampa Association of Realtors or TampaRealtors.org. You sign up, you join the class through them. It's board sponsored, put on by the board. They just employed us to come in and teach the class. It's eight months, one session per month for 8 months.
Love it.
We go from April 14th. It's a Tuesday every month. And then it goes between Clearwater office and Tampa office. And we're just, providing value to the membership. So
where can they reach you to get that schedule and any more information?
Yeah. So go to TampaRealtors.org. I mean, you can reach me, hello@investcorerealty.com. I'll get you all that information. But if you go to TampaRealtors.org, you go to their events calendar, it's on there. April 14th is the first one, part 1 of 8. And then you can look at every month and find the series to join all of them. But if you need it from me, I'll get it to you too.
Awesome. Pumped. I think, I always love underwriting deals and determining whether they're good or not. Hopefully this added some value to our community out there. We're going to continue to go live too.
Let's blast Net Worth Realty real quick. Can we do it?
Listen, you do whatever you want, buddy. This is unscripted. You go ahead and do it.
This is what happened today. We listed a property. We listed a property in Trinity, well below market value. Went like that, cash deal. So I had an agent from Net Worth reach out to me. And he's like, "Hey, I have a client for that, this and that. Remember me if you have anything more coming up." And so my reply. My reply was, "Okay, and if you're ever interested in joining a brokerage that does both investments and retail and doesn't slaughter you at the closing table, I'm the broker at InvestCore Realty where you can keep your commission and most of that double closing fee. Have a great weekend." He goes, "I'm going to look up your website."
I love it, man. Listen,
Net Worth Realty.
Alternatives,
if you're an
buddy.
agent at New Western or Net Worth or any of these wholesale brokerages that absolutely slaughter you at the closing table, call me. I have valuable information to give you.
Yeah, listen, no, that's all good, man. Listen, I think it's huge. That's why we're doing this. So as we continue with these live streams every week, and we start talking about different variety of topics, obviously, the whole goal and the purpose is to educate.
Yeah,
we are educating. One of the things as well that I'm doing, and I'll leave it, we'll close out with this, is I'm also starting education in Spanish. So para mi gente en español, que mis agentes en español, mis personas que quieren aprender más de cómo comprar, financiar, arreglar y vender casas de fix and flip, vamos a tener el curso. Ahora lo estamos haciendo en español para la comunidad hispana. Mañana vamos a estar en un evento, el Cubatonazo, que está aquí en Tampa, pero vamos a seguir incorporando nuestra comunidad hispana en eso lo que hacemos. I believe there's a lot of opportunities within real estate, and I want to make sure that I'm making an impact within my Hispanic community and offering this as well. So I'm starting a live stream as well in 3 weeks. That's going to be in Spanish only. So we'll be putting that out there. But man, I'm loving this, dude. I'm loving that we can come together once a week, talk about things that we've got going on. Today, we didn't really get into a whole lot of other stuff. You guys heard a little bit of our story. But if there's anything you guys want us to talk about, send us some information. Go to the website, click on the chat here, and hey, can we review this? You want us to review a deal together? Do you want to learn a little bit more about something that we've talked about? Do you want to learn more about what James was talking about today and how to wholesale as an agent? All of those things, we're here to help. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.
Our information is in the description below. His email, my email.
Reach out.
Get at us if you need us.
We're here.
Have a great weekend.